Hi guys, so we are still in Suffolk and this is Hadleigh police station, not Tony Hadleigh. It's about like this. So, no longer open for the public, which is a common theme around this country. Yellow phone. No unauthorised persons beyond this point. Well, the gate's open, so I'll have a little bit of a film. I love this parking space. It's very official, 4x4. Rural Patrol. And we've got a little marks. Well, it's got police written on the front. Restricted private police area. Do not knock. Okay. Oh. I mean, if you live in one of these flats, you can have a perfect view. Hi. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I've got my camera on.
Oh, so have I.
Good stuff. You haven't gone round into the private area, I hope?
Which private area?
Beyond this bit.
Well, you know I have, because you just looked at me through the window.
Oh, that wasn't me, that's someone else.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, right, yeah,
So you still know?
You shouldn't go in that bit, because that's a private bit.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Can always close the gate. I see it as an invitation.
Wow, there's a big sign there, obviously saying you shouldn't, so...
Not everyone can read.
There is
I just went to look at the... I love the 4x4 space that you've made.
Yeah, that's temporarily there.
It's very...
That is a temporary measure until we can have a proper bay.
Yeah. I wouldn't imagine it's really needed unless it gets busier than this, does it, here?
It's just to do with solar panel reasons, because the sun comes up there,
Yeah.
charges the battery when it's there.
What, that's solar panelled?
Solar panel on the dashboard.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice
So
that.
that helps with that side of things.
Oh, so there is reasoning. It's
Yes.
not just, it just looked a bit
If we
random.
park it over there, it doesn't get the sun,
Yeah.
because the sun just obviously you get the cloud cover,
Oh, okay.
and it stops for that reason. So.
So is this just like...
Have you come far, or?
Not really going to answer questions, but I can ask them.
You are?
I can ask them, but I won't answer them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Hello.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this just like a neighbourhood team in here, is it?
Yeah, but it's also a base for the response team, so
Oh, right.
they can come along and respond out of here and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You alright?
yeah, good.
All
yeah.
good?
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah, I've been to, I went to the, the lodge?
Not
Up
really.
by the hospital.
Right.
Yeah, there's only one police officer in there.
Oh, right.
It's a big building.
Did you go there then today or another day?
This morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a huge
So
building
are you
with...
from Suffolk or beyond?
I'm
That's quite a broad question.
I'm from England.
England.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do mostly community stuff. So I'm like the local officer for Hadleigh and the surrounding area.
okay, so you like walk the beat and stuff? Or... Okay, cool.
Yeah, one of the rare police officers that normally wears the
Oh, right,
main
okay.
helmet kind of thing nowadays.
I'm not important enough for you to wear it now?
Well, I'm just. We had a call about you.
Did you?
Yes, that's why.
What, from a member of the public?
Yeah. So we had a
That
call,
was-
so it was more of a quickly come out and see what you're up to.
Oh, what was the call?
I can't remember, just something about a guy with wearing a mask, taking pictures of the police station.
Oh, that's a big
So,
crime.
As I was in the building, I thought I'd come out and say hello. So,
I'd never think to call the police because someone was taking photos. It's a bit bizarre, I think.
well, it can be something insidious sometimes, but obviously probably not in your case, but it can be something insidious sometimes, can't it? So,
I guess.
so that's why it's better that I come out and say hello and check and see who you are and what you're up to.
Yeah. So I did actually, I did walk the beat with a police officer yesterday.
Right.
I followed him on his whole beat, so
What,
yeah.
was it all arranged, or you just randomly did it?
No, it was like this.
Yeah.
So I was just standing like here, and he came out and said, "Do you want to come on the beat with me?"
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was quite good.
That's good.
Yeah,
I just got back, so I've just been to a school and been to one of my villages. So
Yeah, parking's a night.
typing up to do.
I chose the wrong time to come. It's a nightmare around here. For all the local roads are just plastered with parents, so it must get quite
it's
annoying.
Kicking out time, yeah. I thought you might have been DJ Audits for a second, but you're not.
Oh, unfortunately not.
I know you're not.
No key ring.
You're not wearing the same clothing, and you haven't got your orange bike.
No, I don't have a key ring for you.
No, and you won't hide one up somewhere.
No, I do have some lanyards, but
Right.
left them in my car. But
Yeah.
I don't tend to hide them because they're made of fabric. So if someone takes a couple of days to come and get it,
Yeah.
it might be a bit wet and soggy.
So I take it you have your own channel.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Not quite as big.
Not as popular as DJs.
No, I think by the time this video goes up, I've got so many queued. This will probably be in about a month or so, maybe.
Yeah.
But by then, I think I'm on about 26,000.
That's pretty good.
So it's not small numbers, but
Is it the same? Is it the thing on your logos?
what this?
Is that your channel?
No, I got this from like a thrift store in America.
Yeah.
It's not related, but
Okay.
yeah, it's all right. I'm finding it a bit. I've never been to Suffolk to do this, so everyone here is very chilled out.
Yeah.
I find
you should find it okay.
no one's bothered me. In fact, this is the one where I go to the most, where I end up leaving after 10 minutes because there's nothing.
Which
is
bad in some way because it's not so exciting, but good in as much as people's rights are being respected.
Yeah, and that's the conversation I had with the officer in Essex yesterday when I was doing the beat with him. I said it's going to be an hour-long video of a police officer showing the good side of policing.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Often you can get police officers who are nice, but if you start asking them questions about what do you think about police abusing their powers, or what do you think about abuse of the Terrorism Act, they get a bit defensive. But he's fully open, happy to talk about it, and that was quite refreshing. Less people will watch it, but
Suffolk police are pretty good in general. I don't think you're going to experience too much of that. I wouldn't have thought. In terms of people, stamping their authority as such, it's only really used if we really need to.
Yeah.
That's
it's usually an ego thing more than anything, and everyone here seems very chill. So it's
Hadleigh's a good town.
So have you had any?
Good population.
Have you had anyone else come and film before? Or?
Not that I know of, no. Because I noticed that DJ was recording in other places around Suffolk.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and I didn't expect him to get this far. And I was thinking, could it be DJ Audit?
I mean, I don't watch. I actually don't watch a lot of auditing myself. It's probably
You're
like
too busy editing your own videos.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I watch a few just to kind of see what's going on. And ones that I know personally, but I watch AB and stuff because I know him. But
I think I've heard of that one.
Auditing Britain.
And isn't there one called DJ E as well?
Yes.
I think I've seen a few of his.
Yeah, DJ. Him and DJ are more sort of industrial estates and stuff now, isn't it?
DJ's now got a drone, isn't he?
Yeah.
He puts up a drone quite often.
Well, I've got one. I've just done won't tell you where, but I've just done one with a drone.
Oh yeah.
And so it went okay. It was the first one I've been able to do for the last 2 days because the weather's been too crap. But
yeah, people get a little bit twitchy about their airspace, or what they think is their airspace, don't they?
Yeah, they get confused. They think they own everything up and down. But no, you own ground. That's it.
Right.
But I'm happy to educate people, but sometimes they don't want the education.
That's what it's an education, isn't it?
You know,
that's when I watch it. I like watching it because I like people watching.
Yeah.
I like watching people's reactions, seeing how it's handled.
Yeah.
So I think it's good, and the way DJ does it is quite good because he's fairly respectful when he does it in terms of how he talks to people, like you are.
Yeah.
And
I can be rude, but I give what I get.
Yes.
You know, it is what it is. You know, I prefer. I know not everyone is as keen as if you're going to do a drone. I go and inform them and say, you know, I'm going to go and fly the drone. Not everyone likes that.
You do that, do you?
I do, yeah. But I went to. I mean, I'll tell you, I went to Ipswich Town Football Club. Because there's no restrictions there. And I said to the guy, I'm going to fly it. And I think they said they're going to call the police, but no one bothered turning up. So
probably the control room explained it if they did call.
Yeah, and that's good.
They've probably got training on it, I guess.
And it's only around the corner from the police station anyway, really. But yeah, they were okay. They followed me around on their cameras until I got back to my car, but that's all they can do, really.
How long have you done it for?
Ooh, about 4.5 years.
Oh, right, quite a long time.
But I did it for about a year, like around lockdown time, and then I didn't do it for probably about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, where I didn't do anything. So I've started doing it more recently. It's starting to get to the point where I can support myself on it.
I was going to say, you probably can't say on camera, but I was wondering how much people truly made on it.
Yeah, and it varies. So YouTube, during this period of January to I think around April, May, YouTube pay about half the amount.
Oh, just because of the time of year?
Yeah.
Because it's colder and people are in watching more adverts anyway.
I think their logic, for some reason, people pay less for the adverts, so they pay YouTube less.
Right.
But you know, it's still an income. It's you know, I guess I'm using their platform, so they're entitled to take some. But they've got a monopoly on you. You've got no other way of. I mean, you can branch onto like TikTok. I've recently started doing TikTok.
Do you get money for that as well, then?
It's more difficult. You've got the threshold's higher. So for YouTube, you've only got to have 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch time. But TikTok, you've got to have 10,000. So I started it, but it didn't really go anywhere. And then they emailed me and offered me a big chunk to start, and they fast tracked me basically. But the problem I found with it is because I wasn't on it for 3 or 4 years. Lots of people were pretending to be me, so there's accounts.
You've literally got to do it all the time, haven't you?
Yeah.
To keep people like coming back to you. Although another one I watch, I don't know if you watch this one. It's an American one. Amagansett Press. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
And they went off the radar for a long time.
Yeah.
I watched them. I watched DJ, and they're the main ones I watch. So obviously, but I haven't really looked for others.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. I do enjoy watching it, just watching people's reaction. So.
Yeah, there's a range of different. It's also what's becoming popular in America now is like the body cam channels. And I watched one yesterday where the officers were they broke the fourth wall. They were talking about the fact they were going to be on YouTube, and they were saying don't fist bump because they'll put a sound effect on and you'll look silly. So they kind of broke the fourth wall there. But yeah, it just.
Yeah, there should be more of this. Some of the stuff we deal with should get out there.
Well, I've noticed that a lot of the forces, I don't know if yours is, but some of them are trying to have more of a presence, so they are starting to put clips on and monetize it that way.
People see what we have to get involved in and what we have to handle. So.
And I like the American system where anyone can request the camera and put it up, so the police can't pick and choose which bits. To an extent, whereas if the force put it on their own channel, they can decide. It's a bit like, you know, road wars or
Yeah.
traffic cops, the police have the final say in the edit.
Yes.
Whereas I think the reason auditing and that sort of thing is because the police don't have the say. It's true, it's real,
Yeah.
it's raw and unedited. I don't chop up my videos, just
No.
put them on. So
No.
I think that's why people
Well,
like
this is
them.
probably a bit of a boring one, but
Some people might say so, but I think
Yeah.
it's
But
the whole
even-
idea of it
even
is.
even ones where the person just talks to someone.
Well, yeah.
I think you're just watching life unfold, aren't you? So I quite enjoy watching those when nothing happens. Nothing particular happens.
And it's good, just have on in the background sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay. Well, make sure verbally now. Make sure you don't go into the private area.
yeah,
If you don't mind.
I can
This
if the
is-
gate's
this-
open,
this
but
is all public and everything.
I've already.
Are you intending to go in there again? If you are, I'll close it. But if you tell me you're not, I'll trust you.
I'll tell you what, I won't go in there again, but just to say you don't have to close it. But
I'll take you at your word then.
I'm actually going to head off. You've given me what I wanted, so
Okay.
well, actually, it would have been better if you came out and smacked me and
Yeah, and got a bit
put me in.
annoyed with you and what
Yeah.
you're doing and searched you and stuff like that, or tried to.
Yeah, it would have been good for my bank account
Yes.
for a civil claim.
Yes.
Although you've got to wait a couple of years to get the money,
Takes
so
a while, does it?
it's, a long time. I've had one going on for over 2 years now,
Wow.
and it'll probably take another 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And that's just because the police drag it out, hoping that I run out of money or something.
Yeah.
But what they don't realise is it's no win, no fee. It's I'm not paying.
No.
Ultimately, it's the taxpayer who's going to foot the bill,
Yeah.
and that's what is unfair, I think. If you do something wrong and you cost the taxpayer 10 grand in compensation, why are you not penalised?
Yeah.
Police have too much protection, I think.
Well,
I know you'll disagree,
I disagree with that. Yeah.
but it's you don't have the same level of scrutiny as I would. I mean, my viewers are probably sick of hearing the
Well,
story, but
within the force, we probably have greater scrutiny. So there's a lot.
the way I see it, it's more if a police officer assaults me, the only comeback is maybe an upheld complaint. Nothing's ever done about it.
They can get into a lot of trouble internally.
Yeah,
and
but
potentially lose their job and all sorts.
It rarely
Or be
happens.
one step closer to losing their job.
Yeah, but that's
And if they didn't, they're going to learn. They're going to learn from it, aren't they? You would hope.
well, you hope so.
You would hope, yeah.
But it's the way I see it is if I assault someone, I'm arrested and interviewed about it. My mates down the. I don't get to choose for my mates to investigate it.
No.
Just that's what I'm
Well,
getting at.
We've got professional standards department,
Well,
and they,
Which is
they're
mostly
gonna,
operated.
they're going to be open-minded and not take sides and things.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree.
From my knowledge, and I haven't been involved with them as been investigated, but
Yeah,
in terms of my knowledge of them, they're impartial.
yeah.
They wouldn't hold back if someone's done wrong. Not in the force that I've experienced.
Maybe
Probably
Suffolk.
different forces.
Suffolk might be different, but
Yeah.
other forces I've personally dealt with are terrible.
Right.
It's one guy. I mean, my viewers are probably sick of me talking about it, to be honest. But you've never heard it. Guy came out and he threatened to arrest me 3 times because I'm just standing like here, for example.
Yeah.
And he didn't want me to stand there, but it was a public place.
Yeah.
And he still locked me up for public order.
Yeah.
And then he said again, I'll lock you up for public order. And he pushed me. And
Yeah.
then we got round the corner and I told him that I thought he was a bit of a tyrant. And he said, if you call me a tyrant again, I'll lock you up.
Right.
And it's like, come on. And that's actually a Section 26 offence, a corruption offence, using your powers to get your own way, basically, when you didn't have grounds.
It's a difficult one because we're used to getting involved in situations where we have got power in terms of laws that back us up where we can take action.
Yeah,
Where we don't always have to, but we've got them there in our toolbox.
yeah,
And when you get a situation like where you're there, you're pressing the boundaries in a certain way, and we don't want that. I don't mind it, but another officer might not want it.
Yeah.
And thinking this must be something illegal, and they're trying to push that, and then there may be nothing to it, and they don't realise they've got no powers. So the argument should be, obviously, they should know their powers.
Yeah.
And be
so therefore,
better educated in them.
Is it a training problem or?
Potentially, yeah. For the officers that react like that.
Yeah.
And it's human nature as well, isn't it? If you get the wrong human in the wrong role and give them powers,
yeah,
then they're either going to make mistakes or do something intentional, which is even worse, and abuse those powers.
Yeah.
It just comes down to the individual. You're going to get good and bad people in every job.
Yeah.
You're going to get a good person that works in a factory, that performs well, gets on with everyone, gets on with the job, and you're going to get some people in the factory that are lazy and don't pull their weight so much. But in the police, in my experience, because the motivation to join the police is normally to help people, most of the time, in my experience, and the knowledge of the people that I've worked with over 20 years, you've, at least in this force, from my experience, you're going to get kind people that are just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what you need in every force, really.
Yeah, but the consequence of having...
you get the wrong person,
you
encounter the wrong person that maybe doesn't know the law so much and might have the wrong mindset in terms of who they are as a person.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a clash there, isn't there? And like you say, you give a little bit back.
Yeah.
And that's going to raise that human to human clash, isn't it?
But the difference between, say, a factory and police is, if a police reacts like that, it could cost someone their life. It could cost them their liberty. You know, I've been the victim of a malicious prosecution. So, you know, that could have had bad consequences for my future prospects. You know, giving me a criminal record and this sort of thing just because I hurt someone's ego. So that's why, and I think in that instance, why are they looked after and why are they still in the force? Because the one I gave you, for example, where he threatened me 3 times, my complaint was upheld, which is good, but the outcome that I wanted was for him to be arrested and interviewed under a Section 26 offence. So they got the force solicitor involved and they agreed that all of the elements had been met, but he said that he didn't intend to make those threats. It was an accident. But how can you say something by accident 3 times? And the reason that I say the police get more leniency is because if I committed a crime in front of you 3 times right now, and you take me for interview, you're not going to accept it was an accident and open the door and go, okay, out you go. And actually, he was promoted to sergeant. So he's had a complaint upheld and now he's been promoted. What does that tell the public?
Is it on one of your videos?
It is, yeah. And I did go back and ask...
Well, maybe if you're finishing up, you could, off camera, you can tell me what your channel is, couldn't you? If you wanted to.
Yeah,
so I could become a new fan.
I generally don't tend
normally
to.
Do it. Will there be something I can search?
But ultimately, you're going to find it when I put this online anyway, so I don't really see what the... I mean, you'll find him... It's called... I'm trying to think what the video title is called.
Will it have Hadleigh in the title?
This will, probably. I don't know what I'll call...
Hopefully it won't have the word tyrant in it.
No. Just don't get offended when you look at my...
Oh, no.
I think the video, maybe 2... No, it'll probably be about 5 before this. I think it's called something like The Clueless Cop and the Slaphead or something. So don't get offended by that.
No, that's fine.
But,
You'll probably say something about Shrek for this one because I get told I look like Shrek.
Oh, I don't think... I like Shrek.
Yeah,
Shrek's
fine.
cool.
That's fine.
But yeah, the video of him is called... God, I can't remember what it's called, to be honest with you.
Fine.
But the channel's called Absolute Audits. So you'll see him...
But it will take a while for the local videos to make it on there, won't it? I don't
Yeah,
know how
I'm...
behind you are. You might not even put this one on there because there wasn't much to it.
It will go on there,
Oh, okay.
but it'll be because I think it's important for people to see both sides.
Yeah.
It's not fair on you if you've come out and been nice
Yeah.
to not put it online and give you that recognition.
And it's good. It's good that you're like that, rather than someone who's had the experiences that you've talked to me about.
Yep.
And got that like jaded negative vision, and just promote the bad stuff.
Well, yeah, because the whole purpose of this is to improve that relationship, and you get some who sort of jump on the bandwagon and come out and see it as an opportunity to fight everyone and wind people up. But I can wind people up, you know.
Yes.
But everyone can.
It would be difficult to wind me up. Let's put it that way. Even if you'd have had a different reaction when I first came out here, rather than being the way you are.
Yeah.
I'm known for my patience. So it would have been difficult to do it, but you probably got a little toolbox of wind-up sayings that might have pressed some buttons, but you might not have seen that it was pressing my buttons.
Yeah, but I'm held accountable as well, because if I don't behave myself, then people will comment and tell me, you know, you were rude, or there's no need to be rude.
You get some comeback on the comment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what people say about me, but
No.
ultimately people aren't going to watch if I'm rude and horrible.
Well,
some people
would,
But yeah, I treat people how I'm treated, so it doesn't.
It's good.
It doesn't help otherwise, does it?
No.
You know, it's.
All right,
But yeah,
I'm
anyway.
Go back to typing now. I've got back and get some work done.
Yeah, that video it was at Aldershot police station. You might find it that way, but there's a follow-up video. I think it's called "I Put a Tyrant on a T-shirt and wore it to his police station." I put a picture of him on a T-shirt and wore it there.
Okay. I'm open-minded on the content and the.
But there's a few other bits.
What the title is.
There's a few other bits on there. I've got a coin. Have you ever seen people paying with legal tender coins at petrol stations?
Oh, where you pay with like a £5 coin or something like that.
£20 or
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So my friend's got. He kind of started it, I think. Julian Chamberlain's his channel.
Right.
So I've done a few. I've just done one. So that'll go up as well.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But they've stopped calling the police now. You know, when people started doing it, the police were called and.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway.
All right. Nice to meet you.
And
I will become a subscriber at some point.
Okay, that's another one. One step closer. All right. See you later. Bye. So it was an interesting chat. He watches a few auditors. He's never heard of you, I'm afraid, AB. So that's a bruise to your ego, I'm afraid. From Suffolk, this is AA out.